Chip Carey. Chip Carey looking old, man. I remember he was just a little kid sitting next to his grandpa. Chip Carey. Yeah, you might hear
Carey
someone
looking
cough
old,
from
man.
time to time. I remember he was just a little kid sitting next to his grandpa. Chip Carey. Yeah, you might
Chip
hear
Carey
someone
looking
cough
old,
from
man.
time to time. I remember he was just a little kid sitting next to his grandpa. All right. Tonight, the Braves look for revenge against the Cubs. Blood will be spilled at
you might
Wrigley
hear
Field
someone
tonight.
old,
Some
man.
play-by-play reaction.
I remember he was just a
The
little
hurt
kid.
and the pain. It starts now. Sitting next to his grandpa. All right. Tonight, the Braves look for revenge against the
America's team. Atlanta Braves baseball is brought to you by Budweiser. Beechwood Age for that distinctively clean, crisp taste that makes Budweiser the king of beers. This Bud's for you. By the official airline of the Atlanta Braves, Delta. We love to fly, and it shows. And by Eckerd Drugs, America's family drugstore.
All right. Welcome aboard, you guys. Braves, Cubs, Game 2 tonight. It is the Bone Crusher. And I'm going head-to-head against the Goose tonight. My own little competition. And I told Goose to keep his fingers out of his mouth. All right, we should have all the audio squared away. Thanks to our moderator, A-Bomb, down in the box. We'll have our starting lineups coming up in just a moment. It is a twofer Tuesday. 2 in a row from your favorite artist all day long. Right now, a double shot from Led Zeppelin. Oh, wait. So the Braves 46 and 33. The Cubs come in at 43 and 35. Now in our division, Atlanta has a pretty good lead on the Phillies, 5.5 games. You know, both teams have an identical home record of 24 and 17, but the Braves excel on the road where they're 22 and 16, and the Phillies are virtually opposite that at 16 and 21. Cubs, on the other hand, are dominating at home, 28 and 14 on the season, but away they're 15 and 21. So some serious home field advantage. Wrigley Field since 1914 has been the home to baseball in Chicago. Alzolay is the pitcher for the Cubs. I understand this is his second ever professional, or I would say major league level pitching. So it's going to be Acuna, Swanson, Freeman, Donaldson, Markakis, Riley, McCann, Big Mac in the lineup tonight, Ozzie, and Max Fried is your starting pitcher for the Braves. So we are getting underway now here at Wrigley Field as Acuna steps into the box. And I will keep an eye on the dugout. And Acuna takes the very first pitch. He pulls it hard and deep. Forget about it. Ding dong, Acuna. 1 pitch, 1 run. Braves on top. Welcome to the big time. That's what Acuna is saying to the rookie pitcher for the Cubs. All right. Are we taking calls between innings? Probably not. I might be able to send you a link again so you can join the Google Hangout session. That I can do, but I won't be able to take any phone calls on a traditional, Bell South mobility cell phone. I know Tom still got that bag phone number. That goes off the end of the bat on Swanson, and that's going to be a pop-up into left field, out number 1. And if you're just joining us, Acuna went deep. He went yard on the very first pitch of the game. It's 1-0 Braves. I predict we get back to our 10-run games tonight. Maybe a 10-run first inning. All right, 0-1, 0-2 pitch to Freddie. Dansby popped out. That's a ball. 1-1. I'm sorry, I read all that wrong. It's 1-1. 61 RBIs for Freddie Freeman on the season. Just a tremendous pace. Thank you, A-Bomb. Yeah, crush the sub. Smash the share. Thumbs up the live stream for you, boy. Freddie strikes out. He chased that one outside, low and away. Josh Donaldson steps in. Turned off the cabin pressure. All right, 1-0 to Donaldson. Swing and a miss. He had a big cut. Man, I'm probably getting crushed by the Goose tonight. It's going to be a big blow to my ego. All right. 1-2 pitch to Donaldson. Umpire calls for time. One in the box, 3 likes. 87 subs. Donaldson fouls it back. And we are operating with just a short 3-second delay. Figured that would help with any minor internet issues. Keep things smooth. And excuse me pop-up from Donaldson, and that's going to be out number 3. Well, excuse me. Check swing lands in shallow right field. Bottom of the first, the Cubbies, they're at bat next. Here's a video. That's some of the fine merchandise you will find at treasurehunts.ga. Now accepting best offers. Shark tooth necklaces. Those are pretty popular. Original paintings. vintage. Yeah, I've got one of those Caribou coffee mugs at my desk. Bone Crusher. The Manzier. Thank you. That is a nice bra. Bikini top. You know, a lot of, I guess, comedies, whether it's movies, TV shows, plays, they'll often put men in women's clothing as a gag, you know, like that's a joke. And I just don't see what's funny about men and women's clothing. I mean, even the Monty Python skit, I mean, that's about the only time I thought anything was remotely funny where you're putting men in women's clothing and messing around with gender roles and not funny. Max Fried is your starting pitcher tonight, and the bottom of the first is underway. That is going to be a chopper right back to Max. Fields it cleanly, fires over to Freeman, out number one. One pitch, one out. Now, if you're just joining us, it was one pitch and one home run to start the game when Acuna led off the whole game on the very first pitch, going deep to left field. He nearly pulled it right out of the stadium. Bryant is batting for the Cubs. He's batting .285. That's going to catch the outside lower corner. 93 on the gun from Fried. If there was something in the Bible about men dressing up as women, especially related to kids, it would probably be against it. I don't know. I haven't read the Bible. 15 home runs, 40 RBIs on the season for Bryant. And here comes the 0-2 pitch. Fried takes a sign from McCann. Comes set, kicks, and fires. Changeup. Nice curveball there. Bryant just got a little piece of it for a foul. It's still 0-2. All right, let us know where you're at tonight. We are broadcasting tonight from the Panhandle of Northwest Florida. Oh, I am agonizing a long trip to Southwest Florida. That's going to be a hell of a drive. 0-2, swing and a miss on another curveball. Strike out. Sit down. Now, last night, Tyler Flowers, thank you, A-Bomb, audio video check. Tyler Flowers, I guess, got into it with one of the Cub players a little bit. They were jabbing back and forth. And I forget the player's name, but somebody had posted Frank Core commenting about he should have punched the guy in 2016. And that's strike one, catching the outside corner, and batting is going to be Rizzo. You're probably an Italian if your last name is Rizzo. So we're going to keep an eye on any tensions. That's going to be a grounder to Freeman. Steps on first. Out number 3, the first inning done. Quick work. All right, top of the second. Next. Hang tight, brah. probably get our asses handed to us tonight by the Goose. He's gonna steal the thunder tonight. It's gonna be the Goose Show. Goose sticks his fingers in his mouth. Caller 10 wins a big prize. Play-by-play reaction sponsored by treasurehunt.ga, now accepting best offers. Let's see, the item I noticed today that went out the door was an order for multiple fish nets, or like decorative fish nets. These are actual fish nets. We take used fish nets, we get clean, so they're nice to use them for decorations. They're very popular. Those are available treasurehunt.ga. Oh, no longer available. We're going to go to the warehouse and pick up some more. We ran out. That's how popular they are. The Bone Crusher. And you got live play-by-play reaction tonight. Braves, Cubs, looking for a little revenge. Going to spill a little blood. And I'm going to bring you all the hurt and the pain from Wrigley Field. Nick Markakis now. The handsome terrorist. And we got 2 in the box. Man, I bet the Goose already has like 40. Yeah, let me know how bad the Goose is crushing me tonight. Top of the second underway. Markakis fouls that off. Go ahead and thumbs up the live stream for your boy so we can try to make a stab at taking some viewers away from the Goose tonight. That is downstairs. 1-1. Mr. Sports. That's a strike. 1-2 to Markakis. Yeah, I've never watched his video, but like whenever I'm doing some looking for Brave stuff on Facebook, it's like his post shows up on Facebook, and I don't know how he pulled that off. That's going to be taken the other way. The third baseman gobbles it up and fires it to first for out number 1. So yeah, I've seen him before. I haven't watched his video though. Now, there is a company, I'm sure I've mentioned this to you before, called Chat Sports. I think that's their name. They've got ads running on from time to time on Indeed.com for paying part-time reaction to exactly, and I've watched them before. You know, they got a pretty slick setup, about 100,000 subs. 1-0 to Riley. That change up is going to catch the inside corner of the plate. 1-1 to Riley. 279, 12 home runs, 34 RBIs. A-bomb's right. A little bit of a slump for Riley. That's outside. 2-1. So it's probably for him to ride the next wave of hits. Dude was asking if anyone had a joint in the chat room. Mr. Sports is looking for a joint. Yeah. All right, 2-2 pitch coming up to Austin Riley. Austin hits that hard, but fouled right into the Cubs' dugout. The 2-2. And they got Riley with the outside off-speed stuff that has been his Achilles heel. I don't know if that was a slider. That might have just been a changeup, but kind of sinker looking there. But he didn't even come close to making contact with that. They have got his number on that pitch. The whole league knows about it now. low and away off speed. You know, it starts off over the plate. So we'll see if Riley can transcend and make that adjustment. Brian McCann takes a swing. 0-1 on the foul. Now, of course, Brian McCann has been a huge bright spot for the Braves. They got a whole lot more than they bargained for with him. They thought they were just going to get a veteran catcher who can still gun people out at second. But this guy's been batting around 300 all season. The 0-1 to McCann. Pops straight up. They had to shift on, so the catcher's going to have to come out to third base and catch that, but he does. You don't usually see the catcher come out to third base territory for a pop fly, but the shift was so extreme that, man, if that wasn't such a pop-up, it would have been a base hit. That is going to end the top of the second. Moving along. Yo, this is the Bone Crusher play-by-play reaction. Your moderator tonight on duty is A-Bomb. Hit him up down in the chat box. Let us know where you're at. You can subscribe and get more Braves play-by-play reaction. And A-Bomb is the other Braves play-by-play guy. You can subscribe to his channel too. And it is all sponsored by treasurehunt.ga. The bottom of the second next. Ah, yes, those shark tooth necklaces again. Those are nice. Those are very, very hashtag salt life. Now, I see people from Georgia, you know, from thousands of miles away, well, hundreds of miles away from the beach with this hashtag salt life. Boy, you from Douglasville. What are you thinking? The Bone Crusher. I need to get someone to voice over that part for me. Crush the sub. We're at 87 subs. Why don't we get a sub check? Locked in at 87, grinding to 100. Career versus the Cubs. Fried is 2-0 with a .82 ERA. His whip is .73. Why am I emphasizing the H, Producer Beth? You should turn your microphone on, Producer Beth. I'll invite you and A-Bomb into the show. A-Bomb, I'll send you that link if you want that. Fried outside. Ball one. We're underway in the bottom of the second. Whenever the moderator A-Bomb starts clamoring to get on the show, you open up the line to the superstar. The fact that he's asking is really just shows how courteous and humble he really is. You may have heard him on ESPN, the Jim Rome Show. In SmackDown 22, he came in third place. All right, the A-Bomb. Let me send you a link here, A-Bomb. Just give me a moment. It's going to go to your email address. I won't announce that. Well, actually, I think I'm just going to grab a link and I'll put it in the dugout. All right, Max Fried with the 2-1 pitch. Curveball outside, 3-1. That miss. He's missed the plate really badly a couple times already here. All right, here is the link. A-Bomb, and remember, you're going to be out of sync with us. No big deal. 3-1 pitch. That's ball 4. Fastball just off the plate. Fried having a little bit of trouble with his location. I think that link will just let you come right in. I won't have to answer it or do anything, is my guess. If it works, I'll send you one to your email address too. Yeah, I'll send producer Beth the link too. We've installed a microphone at her desk. She just has to turn it on and click on the link. And Fried gets that one over the plate. 0-1. Contreras. I should really wear glasses when I'm doing this. Contreras, batting .294, 16 home runs. Cubs have some offense this year. Downstairs, 1-1. Yeah, just mute the YouTube audio when you use that link. Otherwise it'll be a little confusing. And you can even, for fun and for fidelity, you can plug your cans potentially straight in to your cell phone. Well, you won't need to use your cell phones. You're not calling in. Never mind. Duh. Two and one. That's downstairs. Come to think about it, the only time I can really take phone calls is when I'm on the laptop, and the only time I'm on the laptop is when it's a nationally televised game or a game that I can get without hooking up my laptop to the TV and all this rigmarole I got to do. Because I don't really actually get it on Roku very often. Usually I'm pirating it. All right, 2-1 pitch from Fried. Runner on first, nobody out. He walked the leadoff batter. Throw over to first, not in time. We got 2 in the box, 4 likes. Thank you for the likes. Go ahead and thumbs up the like for your boy. Let's go, y'all. Let's go. Thumbs it up. Like it. Do it. Sub. Share. Yeah, I mean, that's all John Brooks does. That's him. And he's far more successful than I. 2-1 is over for a strike. 2-2. Nice fastball. No, they didn't call that. That's going to be called a ball. 3-1. Well, I just said I should wear my glasses, but I want to say that was a strike, and I guess I was way off because they're not even doing a replay of that. Though I think I do have it on the Cubs. Yeah, I just realized I have this on the Cubs network. No, I don't. I've got Chip. I was just commenting how Chip is looking. There's another walk. Shit, Fried. Yeah, he was having trouble finding his location. He wasn't just missing the plate. He was missing it wide. All right, well, McCann, the veteran, comes out to the mound, talks to Fried, and I think they're going to get him right back on track here. Yeah, if you call in, it may default. I mean, if you don't have your webcam even plugged in, you won't have to do any settings changes if that's easier. Otherwise, you'll have to tell the computer which microphone you want to use. Sorry for the hassle. But the neat feature is with that is that anybody can click on that link I put in the dugout and interact with the show live. I don't know what or if there is a limit on how many fans can be on the. We've got to come up with a name for that. The treasure hunt fan line, the crusher line. I'll have to work on that. That was fouled off 1-1. And some telemarketing thing or something has spoofed my phone number because I get like a call a day from people like, "Hey, you just called me. What did you want? Why are you calling me?" Not leave, it's like I didn't call you. Like, well, your number's on my. I'm like, I'm not considered to try to explain it to you slack-jawed yokel what's happening. They're obviously very confused. Freed fakes over to second. So the 2-on for the Cubs. Bottom of the second. Nobody out. 2 walks from Freed. Trying to find his location. Now the bullpen phone. That's not a bad idea. Yeah. The bullpen. You can call into the bullpen. Just smash that link I posted in the chat box, in the dugout. Got 4 in the box, 4 liked. Yeah, go ahead, smash the like button. Thank you very much. And the 1-1 pitch is about to be delivered to, I can't even read the font, so small. That's going to be hit the other way, just foul. Freeman couldn't quite get to it. Count 1-2 for Bote, David Bote. 263 average, 9 home runs. He's got 2 on. And my scoreboard is a little bit ahead there, isn't it? Normally I can do a very good job of ignoring that because a swing and a miss on the changeup. He tried to get it, but could not adjust to that off speeder. So Freed gets 1 out here. And that is just a big league pitch. He was ahead in the swing. Double play will get us out of this jam. Boti, Abe, I'm always helping me out with enunciations and pronunciations. He can probably tell me the Latin origins of half these names. Russell coming in, batting .227. The 1-0 pitch from Freed. He kicks and fires. That's going to be a fastball just outside. 96 on the gun, 2-0 count. Let's just go ahead and get the double play and move things along. I like the pace we were at earlier. Another like. Thank you. Like number 5. We're on pace for a lot of likes tonight, so smash the like. And everyone is welcome to subscribe. The 2-0. Another fastball just outside again. 3-0. His location is just a little off, but it's getting better. Welcome to the dugout. The Brickmaster is in the house. Pitcher on deck for the Cubs. Ball 4, another fastball outside. Freed cannot locate his fastball. Bases are loaded for the Cubs. 1 out. And here comes their pitcher. We saw the Cubs pitcher connect last night on a swinging bunt. So this is not necessarily a throwaway at bat. The Cubs have practiced, their pitching staff has practiced for this scenario. Showing bunt, misses the bunt, and they're in a rundown. The suicide squeeze does not work. And there's 1 out, 2 out, 3 out. Double play. Sorry, I got a little excited there. That is a double play to end the inning on the. Yeah, I don't know if it was a suicide squeeze, but the base runner got caught hanging off a third, and then the runner on second tries to advance to third during the rundown. Ill-advised. And the Cubs are reviewing this to see if they want to challenge. I think I wanted a triple play there, but there's already one out, and that was not strike three. Every play-by-play reaction guy's dream is a triple play. Got 6 in the box, 5 likes. Welcome aboard, guys. This game's just getting warmed up. And if you're just joining us, the game started in exciting fashion when Acuna, on the very first pitch of the game, yanked it to left field, almost out of the ballpark for a leadoff first pitch. Ding dong. And we have 87 subscribers. Looking to hit 100. I know it might be hard to pull off tonight, but let's set our eyes on going large. You got to act large to be large. Let's go steal some of Goose's viewers. Tell him there's a play-by-play reaction guy that doesn't stick his fingers up his mouth every 2 damn minutes. But that guy is crushing it in life. He's got a nice house. Probably a hotter wife than he deserves. He's got a cat. And coming into the show is A-Bomb.
And hello, sir.
All right. Welcome to the Bullpen Line, sponsored by TreasureHunt.ga. What's up, the legend, the man, the myth, the slam dancer, A-Bomb on the show.
And you know what? I don't have this plugged in right. I'm almost there, though. My bad. I'm so embarrassed. I am. Okay, I'm back. Can you hear me?
I can. Yes.
Okay, great. Thanks for letting me on. That was an incredible play there. They got a guy in a rundown, and then the guy coming to third base. That was an awesome double play. I can't even tell you. That's like a, 5, 6, 3, 2, 7 double play.
I love hearing those numbers fly out.
So we've got 2 outs, and I know it's kind of confusing. You're like maybe ahead of me, or I'm behind you, so one of us should choose to do the play-by-play at this time.
Well, I'm here in just starting the top of the third. Are you in the top of the third yet?
Okay, I am in the top of the third. Is it a 1-0 count on Ozzy?
All right, well, why don't you take over and be our guest play-by-play announcer?
Okay, well, I appreciate that, and then if I slack off, then you can take over. But the reason I'm calling in is mainly because today was the first day that I ever caught another competitor in our Braves live reaction genre, Mr. Sports.
Oh, Mr. Sports was in your show.
Well, no, I just happened to find this guy. I never heard of him before. So I was Googling, or on the YouTube search function, I was Googling, Atlanta Braves live play-by-play reaction guys, and it came up with Mr. Sports. I'd never seen the guy before.
I understand. He looks like Jerry Garcia.
He does look like Jerry Garcia. So let me ask this. Do you even know who I'm talking about? Have you seen this guy before?
Yes, I have.
Okay. I got you. And I did hear you mention something about Facebook, and it's now a 3-2 count to Ozzy Albies with nobody out in the top of the third. So here's the payoff pitch. And then we'll get back to our comment on Mr. Sports. And now pitcher stepped off the rubber. We're going to reset for this payoff pitch to Ozzy. And here it comes. It's fouled away, so we'll do it again. But anyway, I just, watched a few minutes of his video, and I think he's a lot better than the following 3 reaction guys that I'm going to rattle off here, including John Brooks. I think he's better than the Goose, and I think he's better than the Rain Man.
Sounds like I need to watch him. He's better than the 3 worst guys in the genre.
Exactly. And there's ball 4 to Ozzie, so he's on first with a leadoff walk. And I've compiled a little bit of a dossier on Mr. Sports, and to be honest with you, I said he's the Jerry Garcia of live reaction guys. That's not quite right. He looks more like Captain Kangaroo, or, and this is a stretch for most of our viewers, as Max Fried steps in, and he shows a bunt, and it's foul. He also looks like Wavy Gravy, which was somebody from Woodstock. Like, so you got to be pretty old to know who Wavy Gravy is, but he kind of looks like that guy too. And anyway, but he's on there, and at first I was like, man, who is this old degenerate-looking dude with the uncapped hair and all that kind of stuff? But then as I started listening to him, I was like, man, this guy's got more personality than all those other guys combined. He was doing a few of the fundamentals. He gave the local temperature at the start of the game. He talked about that he needed to get another Bud Ice out of the fridge. And then to top it all off, he asked the chat if anybody had a joint.
I know Mondo does. I'll send Mondo over.
Right. Those guys might get along great if he could, if he doesn't mind hanging out with a dude that looks like Captain Kangaroo and Wavy Gravy combined.
I was going to say he looked like David Crosby from Crosby,
right.
Nash.
Yes, that's even better. Right. That mustache and that long hair. Absolutely. Great. You have just nailed it right there. And he's Woodstock era too. I mean, those, Wavy Gravy and David Crosby probably partied together many times.
We got a question in the chat box. Mexican for Golovkin wants to know, how does the Google Hangout work? Is it an app? It's not an app, but if you have a cell phone or a tablet, yeah, you can get it as an app. It's also a web page. It's sort of like Google's version of Skype. And that link I posted up there, anyone can click on that and jump into the show.
Yeah, so we encourage any of our viewers to hop in on that. I'm just going to be here for another 60 seconds or so. And here's Acuna, who hit that solo blast. He fouls away the pitch. It's 1-2 on him. So quickly, Mr. Sports is from Michigan, so he's like a Detroit Lions and Detroit Tigers kind of guy. And again, better than the Rain Man, better than the Goose, better than John Brooks. And he's David Crosby with a YouTube channel. And there's strike 3 to Acuna. He's down on strikes. That's out number 2. And that'll bring up Dansby Swanson with a runner on first.
I don't know if anyone knows what we're talking about.
Well, yeah, and I'll provide the link, by the way, to Mr. Sports channel, so you can see exactly what we're talking about. We already highlighted, who was it, the Goose or one of those other, questionable guys, right? There was somebody else we posted a link to. It was probably to John Brooks, right? We got him up there the other day. So, it's in the same genre and same sort of category as him, but better.
Would you say just better, or is he on the good end of the scale? Would you say he's one of the more talented ones?
Well, it's hard to say. I mean, I guess if I don't really have a lot of reference, I've got, at the top, you've got the Sports Fury guys, and then a couple of the other people affiliated with them, like Mr. Bad Dog and the Philly 500 and the Anatina. So I guess you've got that category. And then you've got our kind of category. And then the guy, Mr. Sports, is right under us. And then under him, it's the Rain Man, the Goose, and John Brooks, and some of those other dudes.
One of A-Bomb's, and I enjoy doing this too, is watching the worst of the worst. That's always a good time. Then ragging on him. Hell yeah.
And Dansby has a 2-1 count on him. Here's the pitch. Fouled away, it's 2-2. So before I get out of here real quick, I heard you mention that you were getting these kind of phone calls from people calling you back, saying you called me. How does that whole deal work?
There's someone I believe is spoofing my number, meaning that they're like a telemarketer and they're making the caller ID display an incorrect number,
Right.
and it just happens to be mine. That's my best guess.
So people are calling you back, and you're like, I don't want to deal with. I don't want to even explain this shit to you. Yeah, I just wouldn't answer the phone, I guess.
Well, I don't know who it is until they call.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but also, one weird thing is that right before it happened, the same time I was supposedly calling this person, I was getting a phone call, an incorrectly dialed phone call from Mexico. Then I answer the phone, they're like, bueno, bueno. I'm like, lo siento, no hablo español. And then this person called, said I just called them. So it's like some weird, messed up phone lines got crossed there. I don't know if that's even possible anymore.
Yeah, I guess those people, those old videos where you're unplugging the big cables and coax cables with the big ends on them. Yeah, I guess if you did that wrong, you might get a cross signal somehow. All right, man. Well, listen, I appreciate you letting me on, Crusher. I'm going to go ahead and watch the rest of this game, grab a little bite to eat. And I'm not sure exactly when my next cast will be. Perhaps it'll be tomorrow night. Oh, yeah. And by the way, when are you making that trip down to Fort Myers?
Yeah, I'm supposed to leave town Sunday. And it's like an 8-hour drive. And the guy's like, hey, why don't you meet me for drinks Sunday night since you're going to be in town and we'll talk. And I'm like, I'll be there at 8. He's like, can you leave town like at 8 a.m. on Sunday so you can get here sooner? It's like, what? You want me to get up early?
Well, I hope it works out, man. That would be definitely working in paradise.
Thank you. Yeah. Just getting to the other end of it's the problem. We'll see, man.
All right, man. Well, best of luck on that. Great call the rest of the way in this one. A-Bomb out.
Ooh. Noise. To quote the A-Bomber. Some of A-Bomb's followers have been picking up his lingo, stealing his catchphrases as A-Bomb sips into pop culture and slips into your subconscious. Max Fried is back on the mound. Had some trouble finding his location and got out of a bases-loaded jam when the pitcher, with one out, missed a bunt. And the Cubs runner at third base, I don't know if it wasn't quite a suicide, but he was expecting contact. And he got caught way off third base in a rundown for the first out of that play. And then the Cubs runner at second base tried to move over to third during the rundown, and he got caught as well. I think if the runner at third realized what was going on, he could have delayed that a little bit, giving the other runner enough time. But yeah, the play was just as crazy as it probably sounds coming out of my mouth. So Alza, what is this guy? He's still at bat, so he gets to. The pitcher is still batting, so that kind of is a waste for the Cubs. Alzolay, and back in the dugout, Mexican for Golovkin says maybe one day he'll call into the show. Absolutely. Now just keep in mind, people, when you do, if you do take advantage of that link we have posted, and we'd love to have as many Braves fans going nuts on there, as many as possible, that we're all not going to be synced up. We're all not going to be seeing the game and the plays unfold at the same time. So That's the only caveat, but that's no big deal. So just click that anytime, and if you ever wanted to be a play-by-play announcer, we'll let you call a half inning. Max Fried with the 2-2. Fastball, he found his location. That is a strikeout. His third of the night. So Fried back in the zone. He's cleared the mechanism. We got 5 in the box. 5 likes. Go ahead and crush the like. We need all the likes we can get. We're going head-to-head against the Goose tonight. He is covering the Cubs-Braves game, Goose 76. And their moderator, when I was moderator for A-Bomb, their moderator, String Cheese. And there's another nice fastball from Fried, 0-1 to Almora Jr. All right, here comes the 0-1. Fastball just inside, 1-1. So I had left A-Bomb's channel, went to Goose's channel, and told Goose, you know, that he put his fingers in his mouth 100 times during his last play-by-play. That's pulled foul, 1-2. I posted that, and their moderator, String Cheese, redlined. He could not take that. So now, you know, I've got a stalker. And there's a rivalry now. It's going to be a little heated. 1-2 pitch. Pulled foul again. But I'm not going to back down from String Cheese or the Goose or nobody. The Bone Crusher backs down from none. And String Cheese, I invite you to click on that link I just posted in the dugout and join in on the cast. And there is a swing and a miss on the changeup. 4th strikeout of the night for Fried. And 2 away in the bottom of the 3rd. That's what I like to see. He is once again master of his domain. Goose 76, take your fingers out of your mouth, dude. Locked in with 87 subscribers, so go ahead and crush the sub. Give them their hands, Crusher. Oh, 1 pitch. In the dirt, 1-1. Crushing dirt. Kyle Schwarber batting for the Cubs, 231, 16 home runs. They got a lot of guys with double-digit home runs, as do the Braves. Yeah, I reckon the ball's a little juiced. Hayward's having a good offensive year. He's got 14, the former Brave. And I remember seeing Jason Hayward play for AAA Gwinnett for the Gwinnett Braves and have a game-winning bottom of the 10th grand slam. And was that like the one that was at a playoff game or just a regular game? Anyway, it was a big moment, and to see him come up to the Braves after that was pretty cool. That's going to be pulled. Ozzy's got it, flips it to Freeman in time. Ozzy was playing pretty deep, but he charged it, fielded it well, and that will end the inning. So it's still 1-0 Atlanta, and if you're just joining us, we started the game. The very first pitch of the game was a Ronald Acuna home run. That's what's up. And Goose is live 9 minutes ago. Goose, you're late. The Goose is late, and I'm going to seize the day. Why don't we do a live look-in? Should I screw with that? A live look at it. Well, now that I mentioned it, I guess I got to do it. Let's do a live look-in with the Goose. Later in the game, I probably won't be able to do this. All right. Well, That's not the goose. That's a advertisement for sunglasses here if you're ever on vacation and you need to get a pair of glasses. All right. Here comes the goose. Well, the goose is motionless. There he goes. He's a little choppy. Goose is having some trouble with his stream tonight. Well, Goose,
Nothing. Braves lead here over the
I
Chicago
tried to
Cubs.
listen in. His audio's not
Yeah, see,
choppy.
everything's frozen up. The video's frozen up, which I don't understand why. I haven't had this problem in a long, long time.
I'm
So I
not
don't
doing
know
it,
if it's
Goose.
YouTube
It's not
in
me.
or OBS or what, but obviously.
All right. Well, there you go. The Goose is buffering. The Goose is freezing. But our stream health is good, so keep it right here. Sorry, Goose. But I feel his pain. I've certainly had my share of. I don't know if you could hear the Goose A-bomb. I think y'all could probably hear that where he's saying that he hasn't had the freezing problem in a long time. So he's definitely having some technical issues on his end. It could be a YouTube thing. 0-2 to Freeman is upstairs, 1-2. Meanwhile, the baseball game's broken out. The Land Braves are up 1-0 already at the top of the fourth as this game moving right along. I love the pace tonight. 1-2 pitch. Freeman fouls that one off. And we got 5 in the box. 6 likes. Thank you for another like. Let's crush some more likes. I want you to crush that like so hard. Goose in his frozen bullshit channel hears you. I wish it had frozen up with his fingers in his mouth. I don't know, I say they're in his mouth, but you know he'll be talking and you know he'll be basically got. Oh, I'll put my cam back on. Sorry about that. Wanted to clear some space for the Goose. A-bomb moderator keeping me in check. Thank you. And Freeman pulls it foul. Hard hit. 2-2 count to Freddie Freeman. Nobody out. Top of the fourth. Braves up 1-0 and looking for more. And we're grinding to 100 subs, trying to get to 100 tonight. So crush the subscribe button. And Freeman's going to foul it off again. He's having no trouble catching the fastball tonight. Alzolay. Inconsequential. All right, 2-2 pitch coming up to Freeman. Another one fouled off. We got 5 in the box. Welcome aboard, everyone. Let us know where you're at. You know, and if you know some Braves fans who are outside the Braves area, coverage area, or enjoy second screening, go ahead and smash the share. Freddie Freeman waits for the 2-2. And this one's going to be hit to shallow left field. And the infielder retreats, snags out for out number 1. All right. The Rainmaker, not to be confused with the Rain Man. Donaldson, last 13 games, has a .345 batting average. Fastball way outside. And if any of you guys are here because you had to leave the Goose's channel because his show is frozen, go ahead and comment in the chat box. We want to see how many of Goose's listeners show up here tonight. You feel bad for the guy having technical issues. But I think everything else in Goose's life is coming up all rosy and goosey. The 2-0 to Donaldson, chopper, slow roller. The catcher fields it and spins and fires out at first. Maybe the Goose himself will come by one day. Said, I heard you talking about me. Goose was like, he doesn't mind getting his chops busted. He had, he could take the joke, but it was his moderator, String Cheese, that redlined. Yeah, y'all go see if String Cheese is over there. No, I don't start stuff with String Cheese. He seems like the kind of person that would drive 200 miles across state lines to settle, an incident in a chat room. Markakis takes a strike, 0-1, 274, 6 home runs, and a nice 44 RBIs on the season. Upstairs, 1-1. I think some of the sexiest statistics is a good batting average and a lot of RBIs. I think home runs are really kind of like the icing on the cake. Inside, 1-2. You were there, Mexican for Golovkin? Yeah, String Cheese followed me over here. Well, of course, I did post A-Bombs, a link to his show in Goose's chat box. That's fouled off 2-2. So String Cheese came back into A-Bomb's dugout. I couldn't even understand what he was trying to say. Not very articulate. And then he started commenting after the show, calling A-Bomb a wimp because he didn't have 1,000 subs. So you're a wimp. I mean, the guy was like, he was back in Goose's channel going, I know Taekwondo. I want to kick that guy's ass. Markakis pulls out to the first baseman, who flips it to the pitcher. 1-2-3. And we're going to go to the bottom of the fourth. The Braves are up 1-0. And tonight's play-by-play is sponsored proudly by TreasureHunt.ga. This is some of the merchandise. Oh, the shark tooth necklace. That's pretty cool. Bra. Original paintings. Oh, get that Twitter handle. Follow @FF Paintings. Vintage stuff. Dresses. And men who wear women's clothing are not funny. We still have some Caribou coffee mugs in stock. Yeah. Now accepting best offers at TreasureHunt.ga. There's some autographed Goose memorabilia. All right, all right, all right. Now, even though Max Fried got a situation where the bases were loaded, he actually has not given up a hit in this game. No runs, no hits for the Cubs. And 1 hit, 1 run for the Braves. When Acuna started the game off, the very first pitch, Acuna went yard. And that is the difference so far in tonight's game. Fried fires that high, 1-0. Fried lost some of his location there. I guess that was in the second, but he got that back and has been on a bit of a roll the last few batters. 2-0 count now to Bryant. Now there's a name you can pronounce. Tim Bryant. Probably sitting on my phone there. All right. 2-0 pitch upstairs. And just like that, Fried having a little trouble with his location. Yeah, there goes my scoreboard again. If you have this on your television, go ahead and sync us up with your TV. That's ball 4, runner on first. Nobody out, bottom of the 4th. If you're watching on TV, sync us up with your TV. Chances are I might be lagging behind your television. So if you have like a TiVo DVR thing, just pause that for probably about 15 seconds. And if you're outside the Braves coverage area, you don't get the game. This is like radio on steroids. You know what it feels like to get a big shot of testosterone. Well, that's what this is like. I mean, most if you listen to the game on the radio, that's great and all, but there's no interaction. There's no reaction. And that's going to be fouled off. 0-1 now to Rizzo. Rizzo's pregame meal is usually some spaghetti carbonara, some Italian bread. Now that is called a ball, but that inside fastball was a strike. He called it a ball because the catcher was looking for it somewhere else. It was, you see that a lot where the ball's a strike, but the catcher wasn't looking for it there, was set up somewhere else, and the umpire is thrown off and calls it a ball. That's another reason to get the laser cam. That's low. 2-1 now to Rizzo. Nobody out, run on first. And this is, unless something happens tonight with Goose and them, this is the last time I'll bring up string cheese. But when you see somebody that can't take a little, getting their chops busted a little bit, and there's a nice curveball from Fried, 2-2. Whenever you see that, that is a sign of some type of, and I know this sounds generic, but it's a mental issue. That is a symptom of somebody that has some, kind of mental dysfunction, whether it's chemical or purely psychiatric. I mean, that is going to be pulled. We're going to try to get the double play going. Not in time, but got the leading lady. Rizzo beats it out. All right, well, I'll get off that guy. Producer Beth says to leave him alone. This is sort of like mental health awareness. If you see that in someone in your friends or your family, a sudden change in behavior, and they can't process sarcasm anymore, that's a sign that they need to go to the shrink. True. Producer Best says it's harder to tell online what's sarcasm. Yeah. That's going to be an opposite field hit for the Cubs. Rizzo stops at second. And that is the first hit of the night for the Cubs, even though Fried has, 3 or 4 walks. So 2-1 for the Cubs, 1 out. Bottom of the 4th. Braves up 1-0. Contreras comes in with a .294 average. All right. Looking for the double play here. And we got Peyton Tandy down in the chat box. Welcome aboard, Peyton. And that's inside 1-0. And Peyton, yesterday he had mentioned that his dog is very sick, and they're not expecting. Sorry to bring this up, but just want to know that we heard that, we read that, and our best wishes, and I hope your dog's remaining time, or I'm sure, will be spent around his friends and people care about him. As a steward to little animals everywhere. Thank you for taking care of that little guy all this time. One and one is coming up to Contreras. 2 on, 1 out. Bottom of the fourth. Here comes the 1-1. Fried kicks and fires curveball, but Contreras is able to hang with it, and he yanks it into left field. At least one is going to score for the Cubs. Riley has a little bit of a time digging that out of the corner, allowing 2 runs to score. Rizzo and somebody else. Shit! Yeah, it was a little bit of a hanging curve, but it was inside. It was a strike. Wasn't a perfect pitch. And that ball got practically under the ivy, just stopped dead in the corner. Took Riley a minute to get to that. So Fried not able to get out of it this time. And Peyton A-Bomb's cat buddy passed away from you said he had a brain tumor or some really serious problem that would he was a very, very old cat, but we're there, brah. Swing and miss on the curve, 0-1. Bo T waits on the 0-1. Just inside, but that's called a strike. 1-1. Correction, 0-2 is the count. Even though we got the call in that situation where it's a ball but called a strike, it worked in our favor. I don't want to win a game that way. I don't want to win because umpires make mistakes. Another reason to switch to the laser cam. What do you say? There's probably about 5, 6, 7% of calls are missed behind the plate. 0-2. Low inside in the dirt, 1-2. Replay is important. How many games, over the years have we seen the outcome screwed up by a bad call or a bad call behind the plate, calling balls and strikes? That is no way to win a championship. 1-2 pitch in the dirt, but he checks his swing and actually fouls it off, so it's still 1-2 on the excuse me check foul. And our poll question a couple games ago was, do you think that the laser cam should replace umpires calling balls and strikes? And 100% of you said yes. That says a lot. Possible lung cancer. Big swing and a miss for the K. Sit down. And shut up. That's 5 Ks a night for free. Wow. Well, that is some tragic news. Bob had mentioned his friend Michael been battling cancer for many years, and it came back with a vengeance recently. I know you had made some special trips out to Athens to see him. You know, if that's how you treat your not close friends, then, you know, kudos to you. We got 7 likes tonight. I appreciate that. 8 in the box. Make sure you smash the like. That's a foul ball. Counts 0-1. Alzolay. He is their pitcher. There's 2 outs, 2 on. Bottom of the 4th. Cubs up 2-1 now. They've put 2 on this inning. And the 0-1 from Fried. He rocks and fires a fastball in there for a strike just over the plate. 0-2. Now, last time Alzolay was at bat, or the time before, well, his at bat got split between 2 innings because he tried to bunt a runner in from third and missed the bunt, and ended up being a double play. All right, the 0-2, this should do it. Big swing and a big miss at the changeup. He looked like a pitcher there. That'll end the 4th. See if the Braves can get a little revenge here. We'll have O'Reilly, Brian Big Mac McCann, and Ozzy Osbourne all be batting. Riley is going through a bit of a slump. We're seeing the other teams strike him out with a lot of sliders and off-speed stuff on the outside lower of the plate. He can't seem to lay off of that. I don't know if he's going to fix that in his next at bat. Brian McCann batting .276, 7 home runs, 29 RBIs. You know, I thought his average was much closer to 300, but still he's having a great comeback season. This will not be his swan song. And Ozzy's been coming on as of late. His average steadily climbing, 284, 11 home runs, and 40 RBIs. So all that, top of the 5th, is going to happen next. TreasureHunt.ga now accepting best offers on items like this. And this. We might have one of those left. Yeah. Original acrylic artwork. Gently used sneakers there. Those look nice. Those are in really good shape. Bikini top. Guys, men should not be wearing women's clothing. It's just not funny. Shark tooth necklace. Love it. Purdy purse for a purdy lady. And, you know, we talk about our sponsor, TreasureHunt.ga, a lot, so finally you get a little, I guess we'll call that a commercial. And we can air commercials just like that for your business on this channel and A-Bomb's channel. And we have a 7-day free introductory trial, and rates starting as low as $100 a month. We're back at Wrigley Field. Since 1914, they've been playing baseball in this stadium. Cubs have a very good home record. There's a ball, 1-0 to Riley. You know, if you're Riley and it gets late in the count, you have got to be able to lay off that stuff. Big swing and a miss on the changeup. Yeah, I think Riley's just getting a little mixed up in the head. He's going to have to sort through it. He lays off the outside fastball, 2-1, but you know, it's these sliders with the movement that start out over the plate and end up outside. That's where they've been killing him. Way inside, 3-1. All right, so thank you, scoreboard. Yeah, I can't sync myself up with that. There's no way. Alzolay takes the sign. The windup and the pitch. And that's a fastball outside, ball 4. All right, well, Riley manages to get on base with a walk. Good eye there. For a guy having trouble seeing stuff on the outside, no trouble with that. But they did not throw him one of those outside sliders in that at bat. Brian McCann. All right, let's see if McCann can move this runner along. They always have the shift on Big Mac. Downstairs fastball, 1-0. Let's head over to the dugout. I ain't forgot about you guys. Yeah, Mexican Forgo Lovekin, first pitch of the game was a home run from Acuna. There's a mound visit right now. First pitch, crush, almost left the stadium. Almost went out of Wrigley. I don't know. I didn't get the distance on that. I was too stunned by what I was seeing. And we have our first thumbs down of the night. String cheese was here, I bet. 8 likes, though. Thanks for the likes. Go ahead and crush the like. And crush the sub. Crush the sub. That's what's up. Bone Crusher with 87 subscribers. And Riley's able to advance a second on that error. A baseball game was broken out inside my subscriber check. Yeah, it looked like the throw over to first was errant. Yeah. So Riley was not stealing, was not a steal attempt, but the throw over to first was errant. And that is an error on the Cubs. So we got a runner on second. McCann with the 1-0 pitch. Outside, 2-0. Okay. See if we can get a little momentum here. The 2-0. 3-0. I mean, I don't know if you pitch around McCann to get to Ozzie. I think the answer to that is no, but you might as well just walk him now. Here comes the 3-0. Does McCann have the green light? He lays off that fastball, 3-1. That's right, T-Man. Tay just says, crush the sub. Crush some beer and crush the sub. When you go to work tomorrow, crush that too. The 3-1 to McCann. He fouls that fastball off. Full count. Nobody out. Runner on second. Riley got to second base after getting walked, and then an error by the pitcher trying to throw back to first. All right, full count. Alzolay comes set, kicks and fires. McCann fouls that. Well, it's going to stay in play. He hits that to left field for out number 1. Runner does not advance. He tried to go the other way. I like that. They always pull. They always shift on him to pull. And McCann says that's been one key to turning around his offense this year, that he's not trying to rip and grip everything. Or actually, I think he said turn and burn. He's going the other way in certain situations. All right, Ozzie takes a fastball inside. And don't forget to crush the sub. We also have our dugout rankings posted. 1-0 pitch. Outside, 2-0. And those rankings usually update about once a week. And though I will be unavailable Sunday, Monday, I'll be traveling. Well, that's the plan anyway. I've got to get out of the driveway first. Ozzie's going to golf that one into deep right field. The center fielder retreats and gets it for out number 2. And the runner moves ahead 90 feet. So 2 outs with a runner on third now. Riley just 90 feet away to tie it up. Max Fried coming in to bat now. Yeah, I have a little trepidation about this trip, about this interview. I mean, moving to another town for a job, 8 hours away. Whew. You don't know what you're getting into. Max takes that for a strike, 0-1. Let's see if Fried can help himself here. The 1 pitch. Max swings at that one. It's low. 0-2. Chances are Fried will not be able to help himself. In the hole, 0-2. Fried digs in. Waits for the pitch. In the dirt, 1-2. Good eye. Fried's able to lay off that. I think a lot of pitchers would just plan on swinging a very defensive swing there, but Fried has the presence just to lay off of that trash. Yeah, throw it in the dirt again. Let it get past the catcher this time. Riley can just walk on in. Oh, just outside on the 1-2. 2-2, and that's a good call by the ump. They're going to bring up the laser cam, and that's going to show it is just outside. Fried fouls that one off. He has worked the count, 2-2, fouling him off. He's trying. He is not intimidated. Scooter. Who is Scooter Gannett? So why are you asking about Scooter? Well, he got hurt in spring training. He's been out all season, and he is coming back Sunday when I go for his first game of the year. All right. Scooter's back. And Fried takes another ball. It is a full count. Wow, what an opportunity. Fried has worked the count full here. Fried looks focused. He wants this game back. And he takes a walk. You just walk the pitcher, guy. And that'll bring up Acuna. Just what we needed there. Wow, how does Fried lay off pitches that close? I don't know if Snicker told him to take it. Amazing. Mound meeting for the Cubs. They're going to decide how to pitch Acuna. And of course, it was Acuna getting the Braves' first run of the night when he went deep on the very first pitch of the game. Glad I was on time for that. Yeah, great at bat from Fried. He was 0-2, and I said, well, that's probably it. And he worked himself into a walk. Acuna swinging for the moon, comes up short. What was the distance on that home run he had anyway? Yeah, I can compare our subscribers to the subscribers like for John Brooks, and that's outside. Ball 1. 1-1 here to Acuna. You know, him, Amy Moore is similar. She's got a lot of subscribers, but she's not getting a lot of TSL, time spent listening. It's sort of a, you know, oh, hey, how's it going? Catch up real quick, and they're gone. 3-1, 1-1 is outside, 2-1 to Acuna. Working ourselves into a good pitcher, good hitting count. Braves getting ready to unload Hot Fury. The 2-1 to Acuna, way outside. 3-1. Alzolay having trouble. It's, you know, this game is so much mental. And, you know, that is a lesson you can learn playing sports, and it'll help you in many aspects of life. How to handle a pressure situation. The 3-1 in the dirt. That's going to load him up. Their pitcher can not find his location anymore. And now, wasn't Dansby a overall first pick, or was he just a first round pick? I think he was like overall first pick. Well, Dansby is stepping in the box, and we may have a pitching change. Yeah, the guy's getting pulled, and he's only given up one hit as we're in the top of the fifth with 2 outs. But it's the walks. He's got the bases loaded, and that's it for Alzolay. You know what, and I probably should have spent some time getting our upcoming reactions logged. So tomorrow's game, that is going to be a game time decision for A-Bomb. Make sure you subscribe to his channel, and you'll get notified if he does go live on tomorrow, Wednesday's game, 7:05 Central. Game 3 with the Cubs. And Thursday is going to be an afternoon game, early afternoon game, 1:20 p.m. Central. That's a 2:20 Eastern. And then Friday, join A-Bomb at the Mets. They still at Shea Stadium? Hey, Dare. What you doing, girl? Doing this game tonight is a nice distraction away from thinking about that job interview. Producer Best sharpening the knives. If I get stabbed, if I show up dead tomorrow, it might have been Producer Beth. Of course, who else? Of course. Who else would it be, she says. And we've installed a microphone. Bone Crusher. We installed a microphone at Producer Beth's desk. So far, she's been a little mic shy. Earlier tonight, we had A-Bomb call into the show. He was a guest on the bullpen line. All right, bases loaded. We're back in action. Cubs have a new pitcher. And Dansby Swanson wanting to unload some hot urine on the Cubs right here. Count is 1-0 to Dansby. In the dirt. 2-0 to Dansby. There's nowhere left to put him. Dansby is batting .303 versus lefties. And this guy, Montgomery, is a lefty. A tall, lanky lefty. 2-0 pitch to Dansby. Another one low. 3-0. How psychological is this situation? I mean, this got to be nerve-wracking for Montgomery. Coming in with a bases-loaded situation, adrenaline's coursing through your veins. Cunha on first, Fried on second. And the bases are loaded, and there is a strike. He was taking all the way. 3-1. And Riley is over on third base. He got us started with a walk. This could be a big moment. 3-1 pitch. Dansby fouls that off. Full count. I need a clear camera. Yeah, man, this is a cheap webcam. It looks a little bit better than my laptop cam, but yeah, I need some good gear. Fans are on their feet at Wrigley. T-Man always with the good suggestions, though. Full count coming up to Swanson. Montgomery takes the sign. Rocks and fires. Dansby hits it hard to the third baseman, who's going to throw across the diamond to get out number 3 and end the top of the 5th. Man, could not come through. Left him loaded. What is Swagtron? Well, it has Tron on it and swag. So I bet they're selling swag, but Tron makes it sound really like technical or cutting edge technology. I don't fucking know. Mexican for Golovkin says gonna shrink his strike zone here. And Shea Stadium is Chipper's son. Ha, good one. City Field, another bank name. Everything's owned by a freaking bank. We're owned by a bank. Cubs are owned by a bank. It's going to be bank versus bank. I want to see a bunch of bankers going at it. All right, the Cubs are batting next. Right, and any profits made tonight going to go towards a clear webcam. And also probably helped there was some better lighting in here, but the lights are like heat lamps above my head, so I usually keep those off. It's basically just the screen itself. Yeah, it would look like a much sharper picture if it wasn't like dark, dim lighting. But at the end of the day, it's a piece of shit webcam. Oh, that's an interesting statistic. 3 walks, no hits, no runs. And that happened to Fried earlier in the game, too. 3 walked him loaded, but got out of it. All right, and we are getting back to action in the bottom of the 5th as Mora Jr. steps in. 1-0 count. And we got 6 in the box, 8 likes, 1 thumbs down. Boo. So go ahead and crush the like button. There's a fastball over. What's that, Producer Beth?
Thumbs down?
Yeah, I had a thumbs down.
Must be your people you're criticizing.
It must be the people I'm criticizing. Well, that could be a lot. There's a lot of that. That's fouled off. And I think I went back and looked at A-Bomb's stats last night. And he did go large last night. I know he appreciates, probably by now, it's probably added up close to 1,000, at least 900 probably views. But he did get 3 thumbs down. And at least 2 of those were after the game. 1 and 2. The trolls are lurking everywhere. 2 and 2 now. Nobody out. Bottom of the 5th. Cubs up 2-1. Yeah, I don't know if that was a strike that Swanson hit or if it was a ball that he swung at, but Swanson throws over to first in time. There, it's out number 1. Right. If it was a ball, it was a little outside. It was on the outside portion of the plate. And he was pulling it. Schwarber. Big swing and a miss at the changeup ahead of that one. 0-1 is the count. We got 8 in the box. Make sure you crush the like button. I don't know if the Goose is also doing this game, if he got his a bunch of problems, some technical issues, so that is outside. 1-1, but the bad for him, but you know, we're here. If you're trying to get the play-by-play reaction, go ahead and lock us in, rip the knob off, don't touch that dial. Smash the subscribe. We bring you a lot of Atlanta Braves play-by-play. That one was called a strike, but that was definitely low and away. A favor, I mean, that's a break for the Braves, which is great and all, but another situation where I don't want us to win getting calls that aren't correct. Here comes the 1-2. That's going to be yoinked, but Freeman stabs it. Out number 2. And that's a good pointy bomb. It's a good eye. I hadn't noticed the uniforms tonight. Both wearing blue tops. That's a nice top you're wearing, Bone Crusher. Thank you. I got it at Ross Dress for Less. Have you been to this Ross? Has anyone been to Ross Dress for Less before? There's a high fastball for a strike. 0-1 to Bryant. I mean, people are yanking clothes right off the hanger. I mean, you can shop right off the floor at Ross Dress for Less. It's like downtown Lebanon. Another fastball, low, but catches the plate. 0-2 to Bryant. And so far, we are 1 hour and 31 minutes into this game. Or this broadcast, rather. The 0-2 from Freed. Outside, 98 on the gun. I don't think I've seen him throw that fast tonight. Counts 1 and 2. We have peaked at 9 concurrent viewers. Hopefully we'll be crushing that. A-Bomb was crushing 20 concurrent viewers last night. That's going to be grounded to Donaldson. He bobbles it just a little bit, but fires over to first in time. And we're going to the 6th inning, down by 1. Let's see who we got coming up for the Braves here. It's going to be Freddie Freeman, who's batting .313 on the season. He's got 21 RBIs, 21 home runs, and 61 RBIs. I mean, he had 5 the other night. I don't know what the league leader in RBIs is, but that's got to be right up there. And if it's not the league, any other year it probably would be. Donaldson, he'll be batting second, .257 average, 15 home runs, 37 RBIs. He has picked up his pace. And craft beard guy Nick Markakis in the hole, batting .273 with 6 home runs and an impressive 44 RBIs. Now, some people think it should be Camargo maybe in right field after Camargo had that pinch hit home run the other day. And I think Markakis is under a 1-year contract. And so is Donaldson. If I'm wrong about Markakis, I'm not about Donaldson. So we could have 1 or 2 guys that we don't re-sign, and some of the younger players will fill that. I know we're looking to have Riley play third. I don't know where they're going to put Camargo, but let's not trade him. Well, we head down to the dugout and see what is going on in the dugout. And I'm going to repost. No, it's a link to a YouTube video. I'm going to repost our Google Hangout chat link here in a second, because I can effing find it. Earlier on the show, A-Bomb joined in, did some play-by-play, had some good convo. And if you've ever wanted to get in on the show, tonight is your night. All you got to do is click on the link in the dugout that I'm about to post. Here we go. Let's get that out there. And click on that, and you will instantly be added to the show. Shout out to Mondo back in the dugout. He's back for more. Welcome back. Mondo says, go Braves. Let's get some hits going. I think he meant bad hits, like bong hits or something. What up, Bone? Mondo, yeah, Mondo smokes big blunts, man. I just do the little bad hits out of my dugout, you know. A little bit with my Cheerios to get my day going. That's about it. In fact, compared to where I was in college, I probably reduced my intake about 75%. Freeman pulls that foul, 2-2, but you know, I was a chimney back then. You can't keep up that kind of pace forever. Yeah, thumbs up the live stream for your boy. Look, come on, people, let's go. Swing and a miss by Freeman. He couldn't catch the inside heater there, out number 1. And the first K for Montgomery, who had a shaky start in relief last inning. He walked the bases loaded. Or check, he came in after the starting pitcher had walked the bases loaded. And just when you thought he was going to do the same thing, he got out of the jam. All right, so Josh Donaldson, the mullet man. He hits that right to the shortstop for out number 2. 1 pitch, another out. Oh, Mondo already using emoticons to abbreviate A-Bomb. I like it. Nice. Ha! And we A-Bomb, needs to get his own show. Like over at 92.9 The Game in Atlanta, his own reaction show. I think reaction would do well on radio. You gotta be careful with the play-by-play stuff. That is outside, 1-0 to Markakis, 2 outs here. Now, it was against a little over a week ago. I met with 104.3 ESPN radio, but we had a second meeting and just couldn't come to terms. But they weren't, I don't think they had any plan on giving me any show. It's just going to be behind the scenes stuff. All right, 2-0 pitch coming up to Markakis. Yeah, people probably a little gun shy about hopping in on the Hangout chat. Be afraid of thick neck guys named Gunter, but don't be afraid of the box. Fastball downstairs is called a strike. That's a horrible call. That was ball 4. And the ump just wants to see how fast he can get this game over with. If the umps were better at this, I wouldn't be clamoring for a laser cam. Markakis fouls that off. All of a sudden, it's a full count when it should have been a walk. If they could do 99, 98% accuracy, I'd rather have an umpire. I really would. It's just all the freaking missed calls. The pitch is going to be a chopper right back to Montgomery. Spins and fires for out number 3. So a bad call by the ump takes away what would have been a walk. Nobody liked that call. Yeah, we're getting more calls this season, and the league is tolerating it. At some point, I think the umpires are reacting to the laser cam. They don't want it there. They're going to call their strike zone the way they like it. They don't think that the strike zone should stay the same. They think the strike zone should adjust during the game. When you think back to pitchers like Greg Maddux, that was so true. I mean, Maddux would establish the strike zone with his consistent throw because he could put it wherever he wanted every time. And absolutely, it's like the Michael Jordan thing. When I saw Michael Jordan play, he was getting all these ticky-tack fouls from the ref because he's Michael Jordan and because he's really good. The same thing with Greg Maddux. He got a lot of that stuff because he was Greg Maddux. And, how would a pitcher like Maddux do with a laser cam? I think a laser cam strike zone would change a lot of those dynamics of pitching and hitting. I would say it would be self-correcting. It would make it the way it should be. And this rant sponsored by treasurehunt.ga. Bikini tops on sale. Great deals, bargain prices. Accepting best offers at treasurehunt.ga. Vintage. A lot of cool swag. And also if you go click on sports fans, got a lot of sports swag there, including some Chicago Bears hats for our Chicago fans in the house tonight. All right, 0-1 pitch coming up to Rizzo. That is just over for a strike. 0-2 to Rizzo. This is Rizzo for Rizzo's Bakery. For Father's Day, get Dad a tie cake. O2 pitch. Rizzo shows bunt, but pulls it back 1-2. Do you hate the player or do you hate the game, right? Well, A-Bomb, how has the graphic been recepted by umpires? Are they muttering under their breath about that? I'm sure they get a lot of backlash, a lot more than they used to before the laser cam graphic was being displayed. I mean, what is their argument? How do they defend themselves? Do they say that the movable strike zone is the the flavor of the game? Is it part of the game? Is that their defense for it? The 2-2 pitch coming up to Rizzo. Fouls that off. I'm sure whatever umpire association there is has some sort of blanket statement about why they should not incorporate technology. And are there statistics on accuracy out there? There's a ugly swing for a strikeout, the number 7K of the day for Max Fried, whose pitch count's at 82. I would say give these umpires, say this is your last chance. You have to call strikes, or we're switching over. Give them one last chance to do it right. No more vendettas against batters. Swing and a miss at the high fastball. Okay, you guys have probably heard everything I've got to say about that shit. The 0-1 pitch is hit to left field, but Riley has that. 2 away in the bottom of the 6th. We got 4 in the box, 9 likes, 1 thumbs down. I know how I'm going to sleep tonight after getting thumbs down. Still at 87 subscribers, so go ahead. Crush the sub. Umpire calls time. Contreras, who had two RBIs for the Cubs tonight. There are only 2 runs. We had a double. Curveball, low and away, 1-0 to Contreras. Swing and a miss. I want them on the right to tune in to any of A-Bomb's reaction shows. I probably need to look up all the different nets in Florida for the Braves. Man, it's 500 miles each way. fouled off, 2-2. If I could wait till August, the flight August or something like that. Cost me close to 500 to get a flight this close. And it's a morning shift at this place. So, talk about getting up at 3, 4 in the morning or whatever. I guess I'm, hitting on all aspects of this process, but would be the effort. But you get another all thinning in the audio. All right, we're on the backup microphone now. Tell me if you get any more instances of choppy audio, let me know. And the battery power on the wireless isn't that low. It's a little low, maybe. Yeah, this phone's probably just gotten slow. There's a bunch of pop-up alerts and bullshit, probably. There's a pop-up for Goose. Well, I'll just take this off, let that charge for a bit. Hey, buddy. Get down. Get down. Boy. All right, all right. So now on the backup microphone, you will hear anything and everything that goes on in this house. It's going to be Riley, McCann, and Ozzy batting next. Well, Max Fried so far 6 innings pitched and 2 runs. That's not bad. Well, they'll find any time to try to toss in an advertisement there. Still, all right, we got another report of bad audio. All right, we are working to resolve the audio issue. We might have a handle on that here shortly now, I think. Riley tries to pull the inside one and it got by him. That's a strikeout. All right. Here is another audio check. Probably the same thing that happened to Goose. Ryan McCann takes the ball 1-1. It's hotter than the devil's crotch in here. Thank you, Mondo. Audio chat complete then. Fouled off 1 and 2. Claw's going in his box. Let's see if I can get Claw on tonight. In the dirt. 2 and 2. Where is he? There he is.
Yeah, and I hope for his sake, just mentally, big for him. Also, walking anybody.
2-2 coming up to McCann. Gonna chop it foul. 1 out, top of the 7th. Thanks for the assistance from the Peanut Gallery. We rely on you guys. McCann takes that into center field for a base hit. And I don't see McCann trying to stretch anything into a double with his legs. Claw is watching the game with us tonight.
The luxury of having hit from the right side. His best time. 37 hits in his last 29.
Ozzie Albies steps in, the runner on first and 1 out. And Ozzie hits that far, pretty deep. The outfielder is retreating, and that is a home run. 2-run blast.
The Braves have taken the lead. 2 homers tonight for Atlanta.
What do you think, Claw?
2.
Yay.
Albies continues to torment the Cubs.
And the Cubs fans throw that back into the stadium. Now, I can't show too much of that video or YouTube will give me a hard time. All right. So the Braves have retaken the lead. Wake up, Braves fans. And Fried comes in. Once again, eligible for the win now. This is not Max Fried. This is going to be pinch hitter Johan Camargo. And we've dropped the bottom scoreboard since we ran into those audio issues. That's over for a strike, 1 and 2 to Camargo. Different night, different hero. Tell your parents that they need to go buy some lottery tickets. But you need to buy them. Give us some lottery numbers to use. All right, that is a ground out from Camargo, 2 away here at the top of the 7th. Yee, that's what's up. Here comes the boom. Boom goes to Dynamite. Ozzy. Nice, nice. Or nice. Claw. Sounds like you have a noise gate. Is my audio gated? Let's check the filters. I do have a noise gate. So maybe we will turn off the gate. So yeah, when the noise gate's on, that probably makes it sound like it's kind of cutting in and out. Whenever there's silence, it probably goes like that. Two-oh to Acuna. The pitch. Outside, 1-2. Alright. There's tonight's Lottery Fantasy 4 numbers. These need to go pick right now from T-Man. Three-one pitch coming up to Ozzy. Three-one. High fastball for a strike. Full count. Perfect audio now. Thank you. Thank you. Good. Full count pitch to Acuna. Swing and a miss. But the good news is, two-run homer from Ozzy lifts the Braves to a 3-2 lead going into the bottom of the 7th. But will it be enough? I don't know. We'll find out. And let's find out what Goose is up to tonight. Let's see if he got his show back on. Oh, you know who else is live right now? That CE Sports guy. Is that who you call the Rain Man? We might check him out too. Yeah, let's go. Let's do a live look-in on the Rain Man. Yeah, we are searching the internet far and wide to find the worst play-by-play reaction guy. And I'm gonna do a live look in here of what's this guy's name? CE Sports Show. Turn up his.
And respect to CE, and shout out and respect to Jeff Stink and all the Stinks, including Luke. Hey, shout out to you, Jeff Stink. No stink, no stink, sir. 1, 2, 3, Bliff Reckles, Ty Beth, CE. What game you doing tomorrow? I'm not sure. They cool. Bunk, you deserved it. Thank you. And respect to Bunk Mahomes. Congrats, Bunk Mahomes.
Respect.
No stink, straight. Exactly, Bunk. Does we all think the White Sox?
You wouldn't believe it if you didn't see it.
Yeah, all right, the 7-inning stretch has been sung, ladies and gentlemen. The 7-inning stretch just has been sung. It was my pleasure. It was my pleasure, ladies.
You're a good citizen. You are a good citizen.
It was my pleasure.
Do I please you? Do you find me pleasing? Ladies and gentlemen, CE Sports Show. All right, let's. Meanwhile, the baseball game is broken up. Let me know what you think of that guy. He's got the green screen going. That's that little trick he does, but he's got it configured very poorly, and that's why it's so fuzzy. Now, I don't need to see a replay of that hit to the head for Soroka. Back in action. Bo T. Counts 1 and 2 to Bo T. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th, and we have a new pitcher for the Braves. And that's going to be a grounder right back to the pitcher, who throws him out in first. And now, after listening to that guy, I feel like I can't make fun of him, because apparently it's a little more obvious that there might be something wrong with him. So, I mean, yeah, I've switched cans. I'm using just the regular headphones here. Don't have the boom mic. I'm using the webcam mic. If T-Man, if you think my webcam is blurry, could be more clear. Imagine how cheap the microphone on this thing is. Yeah, that's the Rain Man. He drinks lemonade from Chick-fil-A and water. He's a good citizen. Coming up on the 2-hour mark for tonight's Tuesday night action of the Braves and the Cubs. Sean Newcomb is in the game for Atlanta, pitching in relief. 1 out, the bottom of the 7th, and a 1-2 count right now to Russell, who walked his last at bat. Okay, that was Newcomb that got hit upside the head. Man, yeah. You hate seeing that. It really, when I see that kind of shit, it can turn your stomach. I don't know if you've ever seen a compound fracture. Of course, you've probably seen it in plenty of sporting events on TV. There's a strikeout. He couldn't check a swing on the high heater. So 2 away in the bottom of the 7th. Now, I was playing in a football game one time, and I guess I was playing tight end, and I'm pulling out to the left, block ahead for the quarterback, and we all got kind of gang tackled in a pile, and I could see in the pile, I could see his arm he had suffered a fracture, and the bone was coming out of his wrist. I got a little queasy, and he is screaming and hollering, put it back in, put it back in. All they would do is just take like a magazine and make a little splint and drive your ass up to the hospital. There was no doctors. There was no one there that could do anything. Yeah, I bet you're right, Mexican for Golovkin. You can take a pitch to the head like that, maybe you should get into boxing. A guy like that could take a punch. Newcomb steps off the mound. I mean, if I get punched, or if I get a ball to the head, I'm seeing stars. Strikeout, sit down. Yeah, A-bomb. Be shy a little bit on the mound after getting hit in the head. You bet that's right. So I guess I didn't realize that Rain Man really was the Rain Man. He's not quite all there, but he's still pulling off a show, so you gotta be giving him some respect for that. And I meant to go check on the Goose too. Let me see what the Goose is doing, if he got his shit back together. Amy and Moore has just gone live as well. Goose has more. Goose has 10 in the box. I guess he got his stuff fixed. Well, why don't we do a live look in on the Goose? Sure, you know, we talk about all these guys. I think it's important you get to see these ass clowns. Yeah, I'll just skip that ad. Get some volume up on the Goose.
Nah, I didn't get snapped by Thanos, no. No, we're getting ready to go to the top half of the 8th inning here. It's 3-2 Atlanta leads. Atlanta hit a
See if he touches
2-1
his,
home run on the top of the
his
7th inning to take
mouth
this
again.
3-2 lead. This has been a very, very good game. No, Thanos did not get me anything.
You know, I'm using a crappy microphone
Not
because it's my
getting-
backup, but he's got the little
Here we
microphone
go, guys.
on his
Cubs pregame live is
wire.
Thursday at 12:30. They must be playing an early game Thursday.
All right, we're gonna let Goose do this for a bit.
The Cubs always play day games, man. Back in the before they got the lights in '88 or '89, '88 or '89. They got lights. I think it was '89.
It was a good year for lights.
I think it was '80. I think it was '89. They got lights. It was either '88 or '89. I can't really remember. I was too young back then. I think it was '89.
That would be a plot twist.
So they're showing the Braves pitcher is Fry pitched very, very well for the Braves. Here's a swing and a foul ball down the right field side into the stands. 0-1. As the Cubs have a new pitcher on, it's Brad Brock. He's 3-2 at a 6.14 ERA. Not a very good ERA. So we'll see. That's why they need Kimbrel. That's why they needed Kimbrel and signed him. And they got him.
No,
Here comes the 0-1 pitch.
his speech pattern isn't that bad.
And
Oh,
that's a
did he just
foul.
touch his mouth again?
Back
Did he
out
put
of
his
play,
fingers in his
Swanson.
mouth? I looked away. It looked like he was sticking his fingers
So
in his
Swanson's
mouth.
quickly in a hole 0-2.
We're at
He's
finger
over
to
three
mouth
on the day,
watch.
grounded out back in the 5th inning.
I can't get a word in
He had
edgewise.
257 on the year with 15 homers and 45 RBIs. So fast they took it off.
You're a producer, Beth. I'm watching Goose.
So Brad Brock here is in heading to count 0-2. And here comes the 0-2 pitch to Swanson. That's going to be grounded foul. Stays 0-2.
Well, Goose is synced up with
Count
my
stays
TV pretty good. I
0-2
like
here.
that.
And bases are empty. Nobody out. Here in the
Thanks,
top
Dave,
of
Bob.
the 8th inning is 3-2. Braves lead over the Chicago Cubs.
I'll tell Goose you said it was 1988.
And here comes the 0-2 pitch. And it's going to be just missed on the outside corner, 1-2. What's up? Hey, Tim. Yeah, I did get it working, Tim. I had to delete OBS and
Oh.
reinstall it, and it all cleared up. So, yeah.
Yeah, Goose has got a nice house.
Here comes the 1-2 pitch.
Curio.
And it's going to be high, 2-2.
Ugh. He's a little gassy tonight, folks.
So the count's now 2-2 here.
I don't know what he's
As
drinking,
Swanson
but
bats here
it's
in the
making me
top of the
thirsty.
8th inning, 3-2 Atlanta leads. Here comes a 2-2 pitch, and that's that's on the inside corner. Strike 3, 1 down. Good pitch there. That's going to bring up Freddie Freeman to the plate. Down on 2-2.
Ugh.
Guess Freddie Freeman will come up. So 3-2 Atlanta leads here. There's one out, nobody on base for the Bravos. Good pitch there, right at the knees. Good pitch. That pitch just hit the inside corner of the knees. That was a good pitch. Here comes the pitch. Here comes the pitch to Freeman, and that's going to be a ball on the outside corner. Missed, 1-0. So Freddie Freeman's 0 for 3 on the day. Struck out back in the 6th inning.
Looks like he's got some like a little trophy there in
And
his
here comes
curio.
the 0-1 is, or the 1-0.
Some kind
low,
of
2-0.
awards he's got in here.
Counts 2-0 here to Freddie Freeman. Looking good. Braves looking to get some insurance runs here as we get late in this game. In the top of the 8th inning, 2-0 is your count. 3-2 Braves lead. 1 out, nobody on base. What's up, Crisco? How you doing, man? Here comes a 2-0 pitch to Freddie Freeman, and that's going to be just missed. 3-0. What's going on, Crisco? How you doing, man? Ready for
not as many fingers in his mouth. Well, you know, maybe you did him a favor.
Here, you're doing well. Here comes the pitch to Freeman. Swing and a miss. Had the green light at 3-0. Missed it 3-1. It's crazy. They gave him the green light.
Let me see if String Cheese is in here.
If you haven't done so, guys, make sure you smash that like button. We got 14 people, only 9 likes. So if you haven't done so, make sure you smash that like button.
Yeah, String Cheese is in
Here comes
there.
the 3-1 pitch. Ooh, fouled it. 3-2.
I don't think I will engage.
Found out I played 3-2.
String Cheese.
Just got a piece of it. 3-2. So it counts now 3-2 here to Freddie Freeman as he bats here in the top of the 8th inning. 1 down. Nobody up. Bases are empty for the Braves.
We'll let the Goose finish out
The Braves
the
hit a
top of
2-1
the
home
8th
run,
here.
top of the 8th, or top of the 7th, excuse me. Take this 3-2 lead. Here's a swing and a foul. Ball count stays 3-2. Yeah, the Astros have been in a funk lately. They lost 7 in a row, but they did beat the Yankees Sunday. But they're gonna have to get back on a win streak. Yeah, they're gonna have to get some people healthy like Sprinter and Correa and Colin McHugh. Here comes a 3-2 pitch, and here's a ball hit down the right field side, but foul.
I want him to stick his
Foul
whole
ball down
mouth,
right
his
side.
whole hand in his mouth.
So count still full. 1 down. Nobody on base. 3-2 Atlanta leads here at the top of the 8th inning. Freddie Freeman at the plate.
Yes, I talk in a monotone voice.
And Brad Brock on the mound for the Cubs. And here comes the 3-2 pitch. Yep, time is called.
Tang!
And he's granted it.
And he's
Time is
granted.
called,
Granted.
so Freddie steps back in the batter's box. Brad Brock comes set. Here comes the 3-2 pitch, and here's a pop-up, and it's going to get to the seats. Yes, it will.
It's a foul ball. Should I ask Goose about those
So
awards?
Tim is at home tonight. He's not on the road. Tim usually driving a truck. Yeah, Tim is usually driving his truck. But tonight he's home. But tomorrow he's going to St. Louis. Wow.
Wow. Maybe he
Here
can
comes
give me a
3-2
ride
pitch
to
to
Fort
Freddie Freeman,
Myers.
and that's going to be ground ball to first. Picks it up, pitches it over to the pitcher covering. 2 down.
Let's get a truck driver to give me a
2
ride.
up, 2 down, and that's going to bring up Donaldson to the plate here.
He wants to stick his fingers in his
So
mouth.
Donaldson will bat here
He's trying to
in the top of the 8th
not do
inning.
it.
He's over 3 in the day, lined out back in the 6th.
Close. That was more of a nose ridge. Yeah, now he's touching the eye. He's got to touch something.
There we go. So Brad Brock gets the sign from the catcher. Still get it. Now comes set. Here comes the first pitch.
What's
to
that?
Donaldson. And it's going to be in there.
Yeah.
Wow. For a
Well,
ball.
good.
I thought
That's
they hit
you
the- I
know,
thought
if
they
he's
hit the outside
self-conscious
corner, but
about
did-
that,
Umpire says no. 1-0.
if Goose has gotten self-conscious about his mouth touching, that's probably going to help him in social situations.
And here comes the pitch, and that's going to be in the dirt. 2-0.
Crushing dirt.
So Donaldson is ahead in the count, 2-0, as he bats here in the top of the 8th inning, 2 out.
The Goose has got more money than me. He's got more watchers than me. He's got a nicer curio than me. He's got better awards than me. He's got more subscribers than me. Goose is winning at life. You know, he's going to be eating a really nice meal after this. I'm going to be up at the Hardee's at 11:03 saying, "Are you still open?"
Here comes a 2-1 pitch. And fouled back to the screen. 2-2. Fouled hard back to the screen. Yeah, the Braves and the Cubs were always on TV when I was growing up. On WTBS and WGN, so.
Those were the days.
And every single game was on, so. Who's pitching right now? Brad Brock is pitching for the Cubs. For the Braves, I'm sure they're going to have somebody else in their half inning. Here's a 2-2 pitch outside 3-2, but Brad Brock is pitching.
And welcome to the chat box. We got Cam Jenkins in the box. He's looking for the Cubs to score a run. Welcome aboard, Cam. We're just half inning. We're letting Goose take the play-by-play.
And that's going to be fouled back. 3-2 still. Wow. Got a piece of that one. I just got a piece of that one. Stay alive. Yeah, so there's 3 and 2's a count, 2 down, nobody on base. 3-2, Atlanta leads. So 3-2's a count, 3-2's a score.
Touch your mouth. Touch your mouth. Do it.
So Brad
Do it.
comes set.
Do it.
Here comes the 3-2 pitch. And that's going to be in there for strike 3 at the knees. That's going to retire these sides. We'll go to the bottom half of the 8th. It's still 3-2. Atlanta leads. Man,
All right. Well, thank you very
see
much,
the Braves.
Goose. I appreciate you letting us borrow your stream. Little live look in there with the Goose. A treat, right? That was a big treat. Yeah, you know, I love reminiscing about the Braves on TBS. Those were the days, man. No matter where I went, traveled in the country, what vacation I was at, I could always watch the Braves. And I didn't, you know, my parents had cable in the living room, but I didn't have cable in my bedroom. But, you know, we had like a little black and white TV, and on a Sunday morning, you could pick up TBS all the way in Warner Robins, Georgia. Which their Sunday morning programming wasn't that special, but, you know, back then, just being able to watch TV in your bedroom is pretty cool. Bottom of the 8th is coming up. We got 7 in the box, 9 likes. Let's get another like. Let's get to double-digit likes. Go ahead and crush the like button for me. Cam, I know you haven't crushed the like button yet, have you? And then go crush the subscribe button. We have 87 subscribers tonight. Let's see if we can. I was shooting for 100, but if we can just crack 90, I think I'll go home pretty happy, though I already am at home.
Sean Newcomb has a 1-2-3-7 under his belt. He'll go to work in the 8th inning for the Braves. Military pause while they shut the bullpen door out of left.
Sean Newcomb's going to stay in. And we are underway. Almora Jr. batting. And I will point out, you know, that we're on our backup microphone tonight. So, oh, the air conditioner cut off. Probably sounds a little better. There is a hit in the right field for Almora. It's a single for the Cubs. Nobody out. 1 on. Bottom of the 8th. Oh no. Thumbs up for your boy. Yeah, we can do a live looking on that guy maybe. I don't know, I think everyone's endured enough of the Goose and the Rain Man. Yeah, I had an early dinner so I could get the game in without any trouble. That is low, 1-0. Schwarber. Swing and a miss. 1-1 to Schwarber. Now, I'm not wireless, but I actually have 2 headphone extension cables here. I mean, I can take this all the way to the kitchen. Uh-oh. Shit. Another base hit for the Cubs. First and second base. The human peanut, Brian Snitker. Get that guy a jawline. Get him some cheekbones. Swarzak coming in. Swarzak's turned out to be a pretty good pickup, I think. So the Cubs have 2 on with nobody out in the bottom of the 8th. That spells trouble. All right, more play-by-play reaction. Sponsored by TreasureHunt.ga up next. And here's some of the fine items you can get today at TreasureHunt.ga.
Hi fans, I'm Gary Kinsey. And say, Gene Garber, how do you spell relief?
I spell it B-A-N-N-E-R, and I say that because Fresca WSB Braves Banner Night is coming up between games of the July 19th Braves-Phillies doubleheader. And that sounds like a lot of fun.
It's brought to you by Sugar Free Fresca and by WSB Radio, and winners will receive cash prizes.
Fresca.
$1,000 going
Yum.
to the best overall banner.
Sugar-free
So
Fresca.
join the fun on Banner Night. Braves baseball, a family affair. Hey, let's see what you have there.
Oh, that's terrible, you stupid kids.
Hi fans, I'm Gary Kinsey.
All right, back on the backup microphone. And back to Wrigley Field. Swarzak's our new pitcher. Cubs have nobody out with 2 on, bottom of the 8th. The Braves cling to a 3-2 lead. Ooh.
Chris Bryant's the batter, Anthony Swarzak, the Braves pitcher. Anthony has been Kerry Houdini at time or 2 since coming over from Seattle. This
Dr. Popo in the chat box. Welcome aboard, Dr. Popo. Hey, Mom wants to know what's in the pantry behind me. We'll review those items for you in a moment. Not much. I didn't get to the grocery store today, so there's probably some dry pasta, some cat treats, can of corns in there, some garbanzo beans. All right, let's see if the Braves can get out of this jam here. That's a doo-doo dump squat batting position. That's going to be hit over to Donaldson. Fires over to first in time. Out number 1. Runners advance. Donaldson stepped on third base. I didn't notice that. That's a double play. Let me see that again. It was hit right to Donaldson, who's playing. He has to charge it. So, yeah, that's an easy step on third. Good presence of mind. Double play Braves. Well, just what we needed. Just what the doctor ordered. Dr. Popo, this is Braves country. But, Cubs fans are welcome in. Whomever we're playing, we certainly keep the hospitality going. And Dr. Popo's reporting a new subscriber alert coming in to the box. And there it is, coming in now, subscriber number 88. And you'll see the number on your screen tick up. Now, it's also noted below the description, you can also see how many subscribers I have. So I don't really know how much I need to put this up here. But seeing that number tick up, that's like a little shot of dopamine. Thank you, Popo. And there it is, coming. All right, we got 10 in the box. Welcome aboard, everybody, to this exciting conclusion. The Braves on the verge of getting out of this jam. Count is 0-2 with 2 outs, and it is Rizzo at bat. 10 likes. Thank you very much. And a new subscriber on board. That's low and inside, 1 and 2. And Dr. Popo, thanks for the subscribe. I am one of Atlanta's play-by-play reaction guys. Our moderator tonight, A-Bomb, is also is the other Atlanta play-by-play reaction guy, so give him a subscribe as well. There are 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. A runner on second for Chicago, and the count is 1-2. The Braves' new pitcher is Swarzak. Braves just 1 strike away from getting out of this jam. The Cubs had 2 on with nobody out before that great double play. Unassisted? Would you say that's unassisted? Pop straight up and foul. And if we can get out of this, whew. 1-2 pitch on the way to Rizzo. Swarzak kicks and fires. That's a curveball inside and low. 2-2's count. Are you going to be watching that game, Dr. Popo, in Atlanta or in Philly? I presume Atlanta. Strike 3, fastball right down the gullet. Sit down. And then shut up. All right, the double play and a strikeout later. Atlanta gets out of the jam. The bullpen turned it around there. And Swarzak has been pretty darn good. When we first got a Braves uniform, we're like, who is this guy? Suzanne Pruitt down in the dugout. Welcome to the show, Suzanne. Suzanne says she's got another subscriber coming at me. Let's check the subscriber count. And boom, there's another one. Thank you very much for the subscribe, Suzanne. And that's going to bring us up to 89 subscribers. And I get another shot of dopamine. Ah, that's nice. That's nice. That's nice. We're going to the top of the 9th. And if you missed the beginning of the game, it all started on the very first pitch to Acuna when he had a home run. Nearly left the ballpark. That's a great way to start a first pitch home run. All right, let me get back in the dugout. Oh, and yeah, there I am again. Trade deadline, July 31st. So we got time to pick up somebody. I don't know what's really available as far as a trade. Starters election, National League candidates. Look at that. Jason Hayward is one of the top 3 vote getters for right field, former Atlanta Braves. He's having a good season this year, pretty good. But I guess a lot of people feel like he kind of came up short career-wise for being such a prospect. You know, at seasons like this, when you see a former Brave having a good year, it's like, why did we trade him? Could he, maybe he isn't the traditional franchise player, but I think over the years, we've traded away guys that could have been on the team for productive members of the team for a long time. And that hurts your fan base. 0-1 pitch to Markakis. 0-2. So it's top of the 9th. Nobody out. Nobody on. 0-2 to Markakis, who's 0-3 on the night. Batting .272 this season with 44 RBI. Markakis strikes out. One down. Suzanne says, my brother tried out for Braves and made it. He's going to play in minors 2 years, then go to Atlanta. All right, Suzanne, we're going to keep an eye out for your brother. That's exciting, man. You guys must be very proud of him. What's your brother's name? You don't know him. What's his phone number? What's your social security number, Suzanne? And that, that kind of touches on what I was just saying about having players that come up through the organization, like we saw with Jason Heyward, that stay on the team. I physically, personally saw Jason Heyward play in Gwinnett, have success there, and come into Atlanta. Here's some insight on that Heyward trade. Maybe Mexican for Golovkin can drop a little info on us. Heyward's contract was coming up, and the Braves traded him the year before because they knew he was going to ask too much, and they figured they'd at least get something out of it. That's a good take, and Riley with a pop-up out to center field, 2 away in the top of the 9th. So it was a tryout. He was undrafted. He was like a free agent pickup. That's pretty sweet. I mean, how old is the kid? It's a fastball down the gullet. 0-1 to McCann. A 1 pitch is outside, 1-1. Good in life. And I don't know what that's like. I've been screwing up life for a long time now. McCann fouls that off. Outside, 2-2. Well, 93 miles an hour, Suzanne. That's a pretty darn good arm. That got some attention, I guess. And 20 years old is, kind of a, when you come out of high school, you're 18. That's outside, full count, and you either get drafted or you don't. Maybe you go to play in college or junior college. But for a lot of kids coming out of high school, if they're not playing ball when you're 19, probably not going to be playing ball when you're 20. So I know, was your brother playing in school, or what was he doing before the tryout? Tonight's broadcast is originating from the Panhandle of Northwest Florida. PCB, y'all. Here comes the 3-2 to McCann. McCann goes the other way and slices it. Foul. Down the line, I mean, seeing McCann go the other way, that's awesome. Too bad he could not get that as a base hit. That was probably about 3 or 4 inches foul. So he went to college, dropped out, and just decided, to show up at this tryout in Rome, Georgia. Probably had a long drive. Gave it a shot. I mean, you got to know, though, going into a situation like that, if you're throwing 93 miles an hour, if you've got that kind of arm, that there's a chance. Why did he drop out of college? Did he have a scholarship? He was playing on a team, probably. Suzanne talking about some Kennesaw, North Georgia. Can walks for 2 outs. So we got a runner on first, 2 outs. And we got the Zorn in the chat box. Welcome to the dugout, Zorn. Lejeron Zorn. That's a great name. I have been to Kennesaw. I have roamed North Georgia. Who are you asking? Where you live in North Georgia? I'm in North Florida. A-bombs, OTP, ATL. Suzanne obviously stoked her brother making the organization. Riverdale, that's an Atlanta suburb, that Riverdale? Oh, harsh. I have lost 2 subscribers in the last few minutes, apparently. Hopefully that's a YouTube gaffe, because we just had Dr. Popo. Suzanne is just subscribed, so either there's an error with YouTube. By the way, we're in a break where I lost 2. Well, I mean, I'm not going to get any dopamine. I guess I'm going to have to roll that number back on the screen. Oh, that's harsh, Suzanne. Hopefully that'll correct itself and go back up. Oh, I'm going to lose sleep tonight. Oh, now I went to 88. And we've got another Suzanne Pruitt subscribing. I'm going to change it to 88 again. See if I don't think it's going to be, I'm not going to get the dopamine shot because of this, because I was already at 89. Y'all going to start unsubscribing, subscribing, messing with me. And yeah, you guys are screwing with me. Now it's back down to 87. Well, we'll get back to that. That's really inconsequential. But if you are subscribing for Braves play-by-play reaction, go ahead and subscribe to A-Bomb's channel as well. If you click on the information button in the top right of your screen, you can click on A-Bomb's card. That'll get you to his channel, and you can subscribe and unsubscribe all day long. Tomorrow's game, A-Bomb might have that. I understand that's going to be a game time decision. Thursday is an afternoon, like after lunch game, so there'll be no reaction. And then A-Bomb will have your Friday night game. I have to go out of town this weekend, so I might not be able to do my normal weekend games. we're back at Wrigley in the bottom of the ninth with Jackson comes into pitch. This is a save opportunity. Let me head back to the dugout with you guys for this dramatic finish. Welcome to the dugout, Mega, begging for a Cubs comeback. Well, the Braves definitely need to get this. We don't want to go down 2 games in the series. The Braves have been slaughtering everybody they've come up against lately, and it's really kind of surprising the Cubs have kept their offense in check. We've been scoring 10 runs a night. Seemed like every game. But welcome aboard Mega, Zorn, Suzanne. We got some new faces down in the dugout. Of course, your moderator on duty tonight is A-Bomb, rolling out the red carpet for everyone. Mexican for Golovkin has been contributing as always in the dugout. That's why he's number 1 in the dugout rankings. Haven't seen Sergeant Gibby tonight. T-Man did make an appearance, and Mondo, well, is here as well. No show from the Hawk. Tandy's been in the house. That's all I can remember. Suzanne stirring up a little dust with Mega. Well, the count is 1-2 to. I should wear glasses. I can't read that from here. The count's 1-2. Nobody out, nobody on. Bottom of the ninth. Cubs at bat. Baez, sorry. And Baez golfs that into left center field. Riley slides for it. That's Charlie actually playing left field. Charlie Culberson slides and catches that one. He has come on to play defense, substituting for Riley. He sort of timed that so he could slide, I think. Either way, good catch, 1 out. Yeah, big league play there. You know, we put him in for a defensive reason, and there he goes. Getting all defensive. Do it all, Charlie. That's right, T-Man, Tejas. Are you famous? You know, if someone asks you if you're famous, then you're obviously not famous, are you? But Suzanne might be having a conversation with somebody. I don't realize it. She's asking what part of North Georgia are you in? Are you famous? I don't know. Maybe she's having some chats with A-Bomb. I'm not famous, but I have snorted coke off a gold record. Foul, 1-2. Suzanne, YouTube will not let me show the game. They'll shut us down. So unfortunately, we can't show the game. But think of it this way: if you can't get Braves, if you can't get the coverage on TV, we're like radio. We're like radio on steroids. The 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Strikeout, Jackson. 1 out to go for the Braves. And we got 10 in the box. Welcome aboard. Oh, we had another thumbs down. We lost a like. Someone changed their like to a thumbs down, unsubscribed. Man, it's a rough night. Yeah, that was a big breaking ball. That was a nasty breaking ball. Another good breaking ball for a strike. 0-1. Devotee. Yeah, we actually lost 2 subscribers, got 1, and lost another one. I think Suzanne's messing with us. That another nice changeup was pulled foul. So 0-2, the Braves 1 strike away from winning. That's the important thing, you know, the likes, the subs, the shares. That's all gravy. You know, at the end of the day, we're Braves fans. And that's all that really matters, you know. That's what we're here for. Because TBS doesn't carry the games anymore. 0-2 pitch coming up from Jackson. Takes the signal from McCann. Kicks and fires. Another changeup. That one who's able to lay off of it. 1-2. This game has been at a pretty good pace. We're at 3 hours and 2 minutes. And hopefully this will be the last pitch of the game. Fastball upstairs, 96 on the gun. 2-2. Yeah, it could be some upset Chicago fans hitting the thumbs down. It could be Goose's minions. The 2-2. Another curveball down low. Full count. Suzanne is a Suzanne is a subscribe tease. Here comes the 3-2 pitch from Jackson with 2 outs. Swing and a miss at the gas. Braves win. That silenced the crowd in Chicago. Jackson with the save. And we've just tied up the series with the Cubs. Gibby is in the box. What up, Sergeant Gibby? We just won right then and now. Seconds ago. Blew the fastball by him. The Braves, 3 runs, 3 hits. That's it. Just 3 hits. There's a lot of walks, though, in the game. The Cubs, 2 runs, 4 hits, and 1 error. Tomorrow will be another 7:05 Central, 8:05 Eastern first pitch from Chicago. Right, let's take a look at a couple of the upcoming reactions we have on the slate. Tomorrow is going to be a game time decision with A-Bomb, so make sure you subscribe to his channel and you will be notified when and if he does go live tomorrow. Thursday is going to be a 1:20 p.m. Central start, so no reaction scheduled for that game since it's an early game. And then Friday, your Friday night fantasy. Hey, Dirk. What's up? My cat's here. Come here, sweetheart. Give me here. Ah, she got away. All right. The Friday night game, 6:10 Central, as we start a series with the Mets. A-Bomb does have that one for you. All right, let's take a final look into the dugout. It's a 4-game series, yeah. I like the 4-game series. Right, Luke Jackson, is he going to be consistent? You know what, I'm just going to savor his performance tonight. It was great. He shut him down, got the save. That's definitely some momentum the bullpen could go for. You're welcome, A-Bomb, our moderator, thanking me for the stream. That's what's up. Yeah, get the series win tomorrow. Mexican for Golovkin. That is the plan. You know, Braves have been on such a tear, and if we can keep that momentum against obviously a good Cubs team, that'll probably last us well into the second half of the season. We've got great momentum, and it doesn't seem to be ending. And thanks for our new subscriber, Suzanne, and good luck to your brother as she informs us that he has made the Braves organization during tryouts at our A-League team in Rome, so that's got to be pretty exciting. Shout out to Zorn, T-Man. Dr. Popo was here, another new subscriber. And somewhere Mondo is out on the San Francisco Bay smoking yet another blunt. All right, let's see. Suzanne says, stay on and talk some. I've been talking for 3 hours and change, so we're going to call it a night. And normally I'd have some games on the weekend, but I'm going to be traveling out of town. And tonight's coverage has been sponsored by treasurehunt.ga. Go click on Sports Fans.